Who should shoulder the 20% discount on medicines for persons with disability or PWDs? Drugstores are asking the question after years of carrying the burden in behalf of the government, insofar as the 20% senior citizen discount on medicines are concerned.
It's another sacrificio for the drugstore.
Generica Drugstore corporate pharmacist Mary Rose Ulit says drugstores do not get the full tax deductions that are supposed to offset the discounts extended to senior citizens and lately PWDs. Generica is the third biggest drugstore chain in the country.
For the 20% discount na binibigay namin, let's say you're giving out 10 pesos na discount sa isang product, sa isang gamot, ang naibabalik lang sa amin ng gobyerno is 30% of that 10 pesos.
Tax deductions in relation to the 20% discount on medicines are guaranteed under the Expanded Senior Citizens Act of 2010 and the amended Magna Carta for the Disabled. And if one were to read the BIR's implementing rules and regulations on the tax treatment of the discount granted to senior citizens, it is implied that the government only assures establishments of a 30% deduction in taxes. But for the drugstores, this is not enough compensation. The government passes on the responsibility to the private sector, which absorb the bigger burden.
Ayaw ng gobyerno mabawasan yung revenue nila. Kung kami bibigay, parang masyado namang pakabiglahan. Wala ka nang contribution or what doon sa discount na 20%. Ayaw mo pa ba mabawasan yung taxes? Naniniwala ako doon sa batas na both the senior citizens and the persons with disability should be properly cared for by the government. But siguro it's the government's duty and responsibility to provide that, hindi yung private sector.
According to Ulit, the burden of the government-mandated discount for PWDs should also be shared with drugstore suppliers, the distributors or manufacturers. But this is not implemented.
Plus, there is a law na nagsasabi that the pharmaceutical companies should subsidize yung discount na binibigay. Unfortunately, maraming suppliers ang hindi sumusunod dun sa ganong patakaran ng gobyerno na they have to subsidize yung retail industry na nagpo-provide ng discount. Merong ilan, but I think sa 100% na suppliers namin, around I think it's even less than 10% lang yung nagbibigay.
Generica's profit margin has shrunk because of the discounts availed of mostly by senior citizens.
Ang laki ng margin na nawawala sa mga retailers, actually. Napakalaki. Let's say, for a certain product, ang margin mo or markup mo is 10%. You're giving out 20%, lugi ka na agad ng 10%, diba? Hindi ka na tumubo, nalugi ka pa ng 10%.
So far, PWDs have not really taken advantage of the privilege, apparently due to lack of information. But Ulit thinks it's just a matter of time before the sector is properly informed and avails of the benefits.
Yung sa disabled person nga, hindi pa ganun yung impact hindi pa namin nararamdaman katulad ng senior citizen. But we feel that eventually magmamanifest na yung mga losses, lalabas na yan. Lalo na pagka nalaman na ng mga disabled person, kapag aware na sila about the privilege, syempre tataas yung mag-a-avail ng discount.
If the inequitable sharing of the burden is not addressed, Ulit predicts that many drugstores will swim in red ink and eventually die.
Ang kinaano namin are the smaller drugstores. Yung drugstore industry na, yung small enterprise, mamamatay yun. They could not adopt. Kung kami na malaki, umaaray kami, what more yung mga isa-isang branch lang. So, imaginein mo na lang yung mga probinsya na isa lang ang drugstore doon, magsasara siguro yun eventually. I think for some botika ng bayan, marami na yung nagsara because they were not able to adopt.
Drugstores were supposedly not consulted when the amendment to the Magna Carta on the Disabled was drafted. The same is true with the drafting of the Senior Citizens Act of 2003.
Wala kami natatanggap na invitation or consultative meeting para marinig naman yung side namin as stakeholders. Yun din siguro pakiusap po sa gobyerno. Kami ang nagbibigay ng discount, kami lahat. Siguro it's only fair for them na imbitahin din kami para malaman nila kung ano yung punto naman namin. Siyempre, we would like to extend the privilege to our disabled brothers. Sa amin walang problema if we, kahit nga sabi ng gobyerno, dapat ibigay yan ng libre. Basta the government will also properly compensate the drugstore industry. You wanted to give something, pero papasa mo sa iba. Parang it's not fair. So we need somebody also from the Congress or Senator na makinig naman sa amin.
Kulang yung pera ko.